Can you briefly walk us through the US-Israel strikes on Iran, what each side hopes to achieve, and why this conflict is happening?
Well, obviously, the airstrike is an immediate result of failed diplomatic approaches to everyone else. But unlike the 12-day war we saw last June, when the military actions were limited, what happened yesterday is just unprecedented in terms of the narrative and the targets. I believe for Israel, it has been quite clear that, as they claim, Iran has been an existential threat. So any preemptive attack to destroy Iran's missile and nuclear programs is seen as a necessity at this point. As for the US, at this point, it's quite clear to all that a regime change, as President Donald Trump claims, is the goal, and how the Trump administration perceives the most recent domestic unrest in Iran has also set a tipping point for Trump's approach to Iran at the moment. I think for now, making Israel and also other Gulf Arab states pay a high price beyond their expectation for this war is what the Iranian regime wants.
How could this conflict affect Taiwan?
I believe we should anticipate, unfortunately, the short-term impact on the energy market. Taiwan's Ministry of Economic Affairs has announced that Zhongyou in Taiwan will increase petrol and diesel price, which will most likely affect all aspects of our domestic market. But I do believe stabilization mechanism and also the Taiwanese government's subsidy will do their best, to alleviate the impact. I believe most people are quite concerned with Iran's strategic partnership with China. So given that 90% of Iran's energy exports flow to China, right? So therefore, I think it's kind of understandable that most Taiwanese would favor a weakened Iranian regime and even a regime change in the future, thereby sort of undermining China's overall capabilities.
How could this situation affect US-China relations, especially with two leaders are set to meet later this month?
Big chances are that the war would not fundamentally change both sides' agenda setting in the meeting. A weakened Iranian regime would definitely undermine China's capacity in the region. Most likely, it will also offer China less in negotiating with the US in the upcoming meeting. Or to put it another way, it would give the Trump administration some leverage in the upcoming meeting, especially since some Chinese analysts may believe that President Xi Jinping has gained more confidence and the kind of the initiative in the Sino-U.S. rivalry after Donald Trump's legal setback.